Hey guys, it's Double Wide 6 and I'm continuing my lockdown with the coronavirus. It's kind of a pain, but you got to remember you're protecting everyone here, and it's kind of our duty as a citizen of the United States. So enjoy this time with your family and get things done that you normally don't have time to do. Today's video, I'm going to be working on a welding project. I have a small Cub Cadet. It's an 1170, it looks like, and the problem with this is the bracket on the deck is broken. So I want to talk a little bit about welding, and particularly welding in a small engine shop and whether or not you need a welder. Here's a look at the tractor I'm working on. I just sharpened all the blades, cleaned the deck, and then I realized that the one bracket on the deck is broken off. And this is kind of the difference between a homeowner mower and a commercial mower. I have seen brackets break on commercial mowers, but it's really rare, and they usually have a lot of hours on them. So when I started out welding in my shop, I had a little Harbor Freight flux core wire welder. It was small, and it used that flux core wire, so I didn't need to have any gas. I've kind of graduated, and I get more and more welding work, and I use that little wire feed welder a lot. And now what I have is the Harbor Freight. This is the Vulcan Mid-Max 215. Okay, it's about a $700 welder from Harbor Freight. I do believe that this welder welds fabulously. I am not a professional welder. I've done a lot of welding. I was trained in welding, but you know, it's not like I work as a pipe fitter and weld every single day. With a small engine business going on here, I have all kinds of little projects that I can weld. A lot of times I weld things because it may cost the customer more money to buy a bracket than it would to have me weld it. And there's also an amount of time that it takes for me to get that part in. Just so you know, when you get into kind of professional welding gear, you're going to need a gas tank. Now this tank is huge. It's probably about 5 foot tall, 8 inches wide. And I run this thing with 75% argon and 25% carbon dioxide. The welder comes with the manifold that you hook on there. And I'm going to show you this bracket that we're going to weld. The only other thing that I have that I got with this was a good auto darkening helmet, and I'll tell you what, these are worth the money. Some of the helmets are kind of expensive, $100, $150, $300 if you're going to get a Miller one. This one's Deco, and it's been a really good helmet. I like it. I have no issues with it. It's easy to see out of, and there's also an adjustment for grinding, which I use with my plasma cutter. I built this welding cart. So I fit the welder down here, and then up above it I have a 250 plasma cutter, so that's all set up right there, just kind of hangs above that. And I took a 12-inch tool cabinet and I put these drawers here, and this holds, you know, basically my welding supplies, and I can keep my gloves there and things like that. And I have that grinder that hangs right there. So that's my little welding setup. I use it all the time, and the question is it worthwhile? I would say yes. I use it all the time. I really do. And, you know, as far as charging people, like this job here, I'm going to have to charge this customer to fix this thing up. And, you know, I'm going to be using my welder, my gas, my wire, and, you know, my helmet, so all my supplies. So, you know, a little weld job like this, it will take me about 5 minutes to weld once I get the deck off, the belt off, and, you know, everything all set up and cleaned up. So truly it's a half an hour job, but it's only 5 minutes welding, okay? But you know, the welding cost on this job is going to be about $40, and that's to pay for all my supplies. And you know, it's not cheap to get something welded, and then I'm doing all the extra work, and that's just going to be you know, half an hour's time. So I'm going to start just by cleaning up this surface. So I'm just going to start by tacking this where it needs to be. Here's a look at those welds, guys, and I'm gonna come back and fill in. I had one spot that actually went through here, so I had to fill that in a little bit. I don't know how well you can see that, but it went through the deck. So I'm just gonna go around and touch up the spots that I missed, and then I think I'll also weld it from underneath, and that way that'll be stronger than it ever was. Alright guys, this is it, finished up. Now, I didn't grind anything or brush anything, so you're just seeing like blobs of weld. And that's why I say I'm not a professional welder, but I can get pretty good results. I mean, it's definitely strong. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And this welder is very capable, and it doesn't require really any brushing, but I'm going to go ahead and just hit it with the brush, and then I have this Cub Cadet paint, so I'll just hit it with a little paint. Alright guys, I did flip it over. I touched the inside, and there was a little bit of a crack coming out this way. Now, you could drill that so that that crack won't spread if you don't have a welder, but if you weld it, that'll stop it from spreading. So that's what that looks like. And I wanted to mention, I set up my welder near my garage door so I can roll this cart out. It's all on wheels, and like I said, it's a custom cart, and I like that a lot, so I can work outside when the weather's nice. And I also have a vise out here, so I do a lot of welding right there in that vise if I can. That way it's outside. The only other thing I want to show you guys is the inside of the welder. This is what it looks like if you haven't been over to your Harbor Freight store. Getting a little bit of light, but I always get the big spool. I get them from Amazon, and it's not flux core wire. It's just I guess it's steel welding wire, not actually sure. And they give you a real nice chart in here. You can see everything, so you know how to set the welder. And this thing can run on 120, and it runs on 240. So it's a very capable welder. There it is, the Mid-Max 215. So I'll just show you how this cart goes back in the corner. I set it up so that the tank kind of stands out on the outside. It's a little wider than the table, and it fits up over that curb there. So I'll just show you pushing this back. You're going to want a cart if you have a welder, because these things are heavy, particularly the tank. And a good first welding project is building a custom cart. And the welder and the plasma cutter go hand in hand. So that's how that fits in there. So it's a nice tight fit, and it goes right where I want it. Alright guys, so I'm double wide 6, and hopefully this answers some of your questions about welding. You know, I get a lot of comments asking me different things, and I think I covered a lot of it here. So thanks for watching guys, have a good day, be safe, give me that thumbs up if you liked the video, and give me some comments down below. Take care.